Greetings everyone, just another Raid Slayer update video. The book's got 2 bestseller tags now. Still got the humorous fantasy one. If I go down here, the current rank is 806, and I'm actually number 1 in 2 genres and number 2 in another. So the new genre I'm the head of, this one, bestsellers in role-playing and fantasy games. Now I'm actually quite proud of this one. I mean, Carrie Summers only released her book recently, and I mean it went right up to the top of the store nearly type thing. So she's made a lot of money off that book already, so I don't feel too bad that my books are ahead of hers now. Rick Scott released recently too, I think in earlier September, and his book obviously made a lot of money. But the interesting thing is their books are slowly sinking, and yet Raid Slayer is slowly going up in the ranks. I find that fascinating, I guess because they've I won't necessarily say they're huge names in lit RPG, but they're probably big names. I think Carrie Summers only has the 3 books and they've all been hits, but she was already a hit in fantasy anyway. But yeah, I guess because of their big fan bases, their books go right to the top. And then they, I guess, slowly sink once all their fans have the book and all that type of stuff. Well, Raid Slayer is sort of, I guess, more of an underground hit type thing, and it's slowly building momentum. And I really hope that continues because, yeah, it's been great. And I've had my couple of best days in the last few days. I mean, every day seems to be better than the other nearly sort of thing, so probably gets tiresome saying that was my best day yet. So anyway, I really hope this continues, at least for the first 30 days. I don't know if Amazon's going to hit me for page reads, but I'm sort of resigned if they do, because how much Raid Slayer has earned now is more than a lot of people earn in a full-time job. It's like Jake Bible, who's like a science fiction writer mostly. He says on his podcast that, you know, he could either be writing in the comfort of his own home or he could be out digging ditches. And that's kind of the way I looked at it. I mean, last year I was cleaning toilets and stuff in my cleaning job and stuff, so I don't do that now. I mean, if I can just keep having hit releases like Raid Slayer and stuff, I'll certainly not be doing that ever again. So, yeah, it's either cleaning toilets, digging ditches, or making money off books. I mean, I know what I prefer. This is my author rank. I believe that's the highest it's ever been, 3,106 in the store, and I'm proud of that. This category I still find pretty cool, the fact that my book's just sitting right behind J.R.R. Tolkien's The Return of the King. And, you know, it's higher than Game of Thrones even. I mean, like I said before, I know these books have been around for years, sort of thing, especially The Lord of the Rings, so my book's just going to come and go like in the blink of an eye to those books. But still, it feels satisfying. And Alaron Kong's book is there. But again, his book's been out for 3 or 4 years now, and he's made a lot of money off that. Anyway, I won't say much about Alaron Kong. And Domino Finn, that's a new book as well. I'm surprised it's not up where my book is, because I'm pretty sure he's a pretty big name author, and he's got a great cover. It sort of reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons and everything, so yeah. James Hunt is another good guy, and his book's been out for a while too, so it's great that these authors have managed to hold on near the top all this time. But yeah, Raid Slayer is definitely being pushed by the Amazon algorithms, I guess, because I'm still not really spending terribly much on ads and stuff. Here's my KDP. As you can see, Raid Slayer is sort of, other than the pre-order day, I mean, it's had relatively consistent sales, just, you know, mid-20s, a couple of low 20s, and then a couple of high 20s. But the last 2 days, like yesterday was 33, today's 32 so far, and it's only quarter to midnight in New York, which means it's a lot earlier in California. So I really hope I get another 1 or 2 sales between now and the end of the US day, basically. So yeah, that's great. And as you can see, I've also had more page reads today as well. So, and the day's not quite finished, and there's usually a few thousand sometimes in the last few hours of the day for California readers, I guess. So there's 23,769 yesterday, 26,605 today. I mean, I don't know if these page reads are going to get smacked down or not, but that's just damn impressive. Like, just, I don't know. My Lost Son, it just shows how much my Lost Son books failed, I guess. Here's my book report in US dollars. It's $2,760 overall. Raid Slayer has made $1,436.27, and it sold 297 copies. And as you can see, I've got 999 sales total on Amazon. So I'm almost at that 1,000 books sold milestone, which I guess it should hit tomorrow. Not unless it goes crazy in the last few hours today, I guess. So yeah, that's a pretty big milestone, I think. Selling 1,000 books in less than a year, like 10 months. Yeah, I'm happy with that, especially when most of that time my books were failing. So, I mean, my Lost Son books are down the bottom there, and Heir to a Lost Son cost me about 4,500 Australian. That's about, say, 3,500 US, all for the editing, and the covers were expensive too, I guess. And all that made was $54.35. Although the Lost Son box set, which is books 1 and 2 combined, is made $137. Those books are very, very deep in the red. Dawn of a Lost Son cost me about 500 US dollars, maybe 600, I guess, because of the cover, and it made $15.58. And then all the other ones, Ruins of a Lost Son, and Rage of a Lost Son, all that have made next to nothing. So that's pretty sad that Raid Slayer is well and truly getting more page reads in a day, like probably nearly double the page reads of my entire Lost Son books that have been out for nearly, or a couple of them have been out for nearly a year. So Raid Slayer is doing well. I'm still contemplating putting up a pre-order of book 2. I just kind of think that it'll help book 1. I'm just worried that because we're moving house, maybe possibly in the next, say, 5 weeks or so, like there's just going to be a lot of cleaning up the house and packing stuff and a lot of upset. Do I really want a deadline over my head? And you don't want to mess around with the pre-orders on Amazon, because if 50 or 100 people have pre-ordered and you don't make the pre-order cutoff, then yeah, good things don't happen to you basically. But I'll keep everyone updated. I really hope that Raid Slayer is going to continue to climb. I mean, I've only got a couple of milestones left now that I've broken into the top 1,000. I guess the next major milestone is breaking into the top 500, then the top 200, then the 100, then the 50, and then I guess the 10. So I've just broken so many milestones of this book, and I'm proud of it, I guess. I put a lot of work into the book, even though it was only spread across a couple of months. But I learnt a lot from Thesaria, I guess, and my other books, and just how to do keywords and categories. Although I could have done better with categories here, but I guess my blurb's working as well, and just, yeah, the cover, everything. So I'm really proud of myself, and I made this book cheap, which was important. I mean, I shared services with another author for the proofreading, and the cover was like $17, and anyway, it just shows if you put the time and the research into something that good things can happen. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. Take care.